In today's episode, we are talking all about our septic system here at the Junkyard, how we managed to live in our fifth wheel without a septic hookup, how we found our septic tank, and what condition it was in. We will share our wins, struggles, and all-around experience thus far with our septic system. Stay tuned. Welcome to Ginger and the Giant. This video has been in the works for months, so let's start at the beginning. We bought this junkyard at the start of the year with the intention to live on it out of an RV when our apartment lease was up. We wanted to move out here to save money and to clean it up and eventually build our dream home on it. We were told that there was an existing septic tank, but that the seller was unsure of its condition. We started looking into temporary and permanent septic options and weighing their worth. We ultimately wanted to find the most efficient, then convenient option. What we landed on wasn't convenient, but allowed us to function on the property without a septic hookup. Phase 1 was portable septic tanks. A portable septic tank is exactly what it sounds like. It is a portable tank that connects to your RV gray and black water lines and acts as another holding tank. We purchased 2, and it was Ginger's job to make sure these were emptied each week, which we had to do up the road at a nearby RV park. This is a Rhino 36-gallon portable septic tank with a gauge to help prevent overfilling and potential spills. The gauge also acts as a vent while filling or dumping the portable tank. We've left a product link in our video description, and if you're looking for an easy way to support us, just clicking that link and proceeding with your own shopping needs and checking out can really help us. Thanks for all your support. Once the tanks were full, we would empty them at a nearby RV park. Since this was not a convenient task or desirable option, we were working hard to find another solution for our septic needs.
Hey guys, what is up? I'm out here at the property again. It's another beautiful sunny day. Crazy windy though. Either way, really good news. We have a guy coming to check our septic system, which is huge for us. We have been waiting and wondering what's going on with that, if it even works. We don't know if there is collapsed lines. We don't know if the tank's good, but this guy's gonna hopefully let us know all of that, and if he can, pump the system, and we will have a working septic system. I know very little about it, so I'm about to learn a whole bunch today. Let's do this. Here's our septic line. This is where he's gonna tap in. I've been filming this over the last little while, trying to get the lid off. See down in there? Looks like the line goes out this way, and then it comes out here somewhere, and we'll find it from there.
Zach from Canyon Septic Services came out and explained to Ginger how he finds a septic tank.
You know, because it's about a sheet of plywood, long and wide. So then I'll go, poke down, find one edge, find the other edge, then find the front, and that'll tell me where that inlet lid is. It's about a 24-inch diameter lid that we want to get access to and get all that hooked out.
The first task was to locate the septic tank. The only clue we had was the inlet at the abandoned house. It looked like the line was going towards the front of the house, so Zach tried to put his locator down that line, but it kept getting caught on something.
It's just really wanting to stop right now.
So he pulled out his T-handle rod to start poking the ground to see if he could find a line that way. He had an extra, so Ginger jumped in to help. They didn't find anything to the front of the house, so they started investigating the right side of the house. They found what they thought was a plumbing line, but it wasn't. So they went back to the inlet in the abandoned house to jet the line to clean it well enough to get the locator further down the line.
We've been poking around all over out here. We have no idea at the moment. It could be anywhere. We just got past that really tough spot we've been struggling with. A little more progress.
Yeah, so I just went down probably about 50 feet, so we're gonna try to locate it real quick with this. That's working off of the frequency I put down at the end of that snake. Should get this to bounce a little bit, and that's gonna tell us where it's at.
Stop. Get out of here. You're not allowed to do this.
I can see that needle right there jumping. And it's basically telling us, hey, we're within about 10 feet of right here.
That's perfect.
Zach pushed the locator further down the line to see if maybe the line was longer than they thought. From here, he will go and search for the signal again. If it is around the same spot, that would mean that the locator was just being pushed into the septic tank.
Hopefully it didn't get it stuck in the septic.
I wasn't gonna say it. Thanks for jinxing it.
No.
Alright, it's kind of stopping there. What do you think? Think it went further or it's staying in there?
I went further for sure. To be optimistic.
If the signal is in a different spot, what Ginger is really hoping for, that means the septic tank would be located further away from the house, not right underneath the huge junk pile.
Let's go. Come on. Go for it.
It's going further.
They pulled out the T-handle rods again to hopefully hit and find the top of the tank. But again, they weren't finding much. So they went back to the house to push the locator further into the line.
It's kind of coming more this way now.
It's like right up. Oh, maybe I need to move my truck. If it's moving this way, then we're not in the tank yet.
After hours of searching, Zach and Ginger were the closest they had been to finding our septic tank. More poking and digging later, they were still unable to officially locate the tank, but they had a pretty good idea of its general vicinity.
Well, we're basically at a stopping point over here. We dug some holes and did some pressure washing the ground to make the earth a little bit softer for us. Went about 100 feet from the house, all the way over to here. We're thinking that it could tie into an older house that used to be over there. And maybe they could have just tied in right to about here. So it's kind of deep. Next step is probably get an excavator out and try to locate it that way.
Now it was up to us to dig it up and call Zach to come back out to inspect it.
Alright, so this has been quite the day. It's been a long day, but a good day. And just finished up with Zach with Canyon Septic Services. He gave me a lot of knowledge and explained what we probably should do and what we're gonna have to do. The septic system that is currently on this property is probably no bueno. So we're gonna have to just pump it out and decommission it. It's gotta go away, gotta fill the hole in. The plan, I'm going to rent a excavator, find our sewer lines coming out of the house, and then hopefully find the septic system. We weren't able to locate it. It's somewhere between our RV and the house, and there's just too much debris, we can't find it. So I'm gonna try to find it, and then I'm gonna dig a separate hole for a tank so we have something useful for this RV. Otherwise, we have to use the tank on the RV and go empty it regularly, and I wanna try to avoid that if we can.
A little while later, we rented a mini excavator to demolish the abandoned house, and that was the perfect time to dig up the septic tank with minimal effort. The boys even got a turn sitting on Daddy's lap to run the machinery. Adding to the list one more thing we love about being out here, just the ability to have these experiences with the boys. Ginger dug a trench perpendicular to where he thought the septic line was and found it, but accidentally broke the line.
Let's go in a hole. That couldn't have broken a better spot. Just need to add a coupler there. We're gonna add a clean out right here since I already dug all this. All right, let's see. So you can see what I see. Do you see what I see? Focus phone. Either way, it has a bend up there. Turns to the right.
Finding and breaking our plumbing line actually helped us to look into it and see where it was leading to pinpoint the placement of our tank.
So I've been digging around a little bit and I finally found the septic tank. This was literally full to the top of trash, like glass, wood, debris. The lid was sideways. I've been pulling stuff out. I'm gonna try to clean this out. The tank looks really clean. I found the edges of it out here. We'll see if we can get it pumped out. It's not even full. We'll get an expert out here to look at it. At least we found it. It's just like fossilized poop.
Where did you find it?
In the hole.
Well, then it's probably poop.
No, it's purple, so it's a meteorite. We're rich. much.
Was it valuable? Did we find our treasure on the junkyard?
So when I had the guy come out to pump our septic tank, he was looking for it, and he got about to here with his locator, and so we thought the line was somewhere out here, so we were digging all over out here. I found it clear back over here. Man, it's a lot of work for an old septic tank. Hopefully we can use it, or else this sucks. Look what I can do. Hooked on. I'm gonna pick that up with the excavator.
Since the lid wasn't perfectly sealing the tank, we decided to take it off while we had the help of the excavator to clean it and the lid riser and place it back in the correct position.
Long chain. I need to shorten that chain. Wow. Giant hole of pieces. Forbidden milkshake.
Gross.
That's what they call it on TikTok.
I guess that sounds valuable. The forbidden milkshake, is that our treasure?
I'm gonna try to put it back in there now. Coming at you.
Doesn't seem like the smartest idea.
Cover it back in.
Things were looking promising. We were trying not to get our hopes up, but from what Ginger could tell, we may not have to replace our septic tank. But we wouldn't know this for sure until Zach came back out to inspect it.
Yep, that's how she goes.
With the chaos of the house demolition behind us, we were ready to tackle our septic system again. Since we could open it up, Ginger wanted to test it out. My stepdad was helping us out that day and poured a bucket of water down the inlet on the slab, what used to be the abandoned house, while Ginger watched what happened at the septic tank.
Here it comes. Yep. It's working. Got a lot of dirt in there.
Everything looked good, but we still had to uncover the rest of the tank for inspection. Digging proceeded, but not much was accomplished with how ridiculously hard the dirt was. So we decided to wait on this until we rented more heavy machinery to do the back-breaking work. In the meantime, we started emptying our gray water into the pipes with no problems, and when we saw that everything was functioning the way it should, we tried emptying our black water into the pipes, again with no problems.
Over there. This is the old kitchen plumbing. I just have an inlet here. This is a gross job. I hate doing it. And I cannot wait to be in a situation where we don't have to do this. And all we do is drink.
A little while later, we had another huge project which required an excavator, digging a trench for a power line to the slab. We were pressed for time, but we made sure to finish digging up the septic tank while we had it to save time and our backs. With this done, we were finally ready to have Zach back out to inspect our tank.
We got Zach back! And he's helping us finish up the septic!
Get something to break that loose.
It's hot. It's really hot. This would be a much easier job if Sterling were helping you. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. This is my crescent pry bar. These are life-saving. That's all needed is right there. 1, 2, 3. Perfect.
Aha! Success!
Yep. Looks good. Wow, and you guys even have... Yeah, this is a newer tank. It's got plastic baffles. So that's pretty awesome. So let's do a core sample real quick and we'll see what the solids are.
Awesome. Yay! Good news!
I actually wasn't really optimistic about this tank. I was not expecting there to be a perfect normal operating liquid level. It's a thicker concrete tank as well. Yeah, 1,000 gallons. guys are set.
Oh,
Yeah. Call
good
me.
news, Zach. Thank you.
You're welcome. Ready?
I think so.
Ginger and I could not have asked for better news. It felt like a huge win amongst the constant struggles we face out here at the property. We are extremely grateful for Zach's help and to gain the convenience of connecting directly to our septic line.